Yo, a little drive talk. I haven't done one of these, at least here, in a while. Look at this view. Every time I come through these drive talk, through the back roads, let me pull up the window. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Every time I pull up through these back roads, for some reason a drive talk has to happen. Today, I guess the drive talk has to be about today's trades. I think I only took like 4 or 5 trades this week, right? And the main trade was a USD CAD trade. And today I closed early, man. The whole week I closed at 40 pips, and today I should shot up for like 80 pips after I closed. It's insane. We're gonna go over that today, right? But that was a trade of like the 25th. Today's the 27th, and it's Friday, so that means that I took that trade on Wednesday. And today I took 3 trades. Today I took UJ longs, which hit stop loss, and I should have closed before it hit stop loss, and we'll go over why I should have closed when it hit stop loss. And I took GU shorts, which the buys was correct. Rest in peace to that soul resting there. Not resting there, but wherever it's at, resting there. I command good energy for it, for that soul, wherever it's at. But back to my point. We're gonna go over today's trades, which is obviously UJ. We're gonna go over the trade I took earlier this week, USD CAD of the buys. Today's UJ longs, which was the first trade, which is stop out. The stop loss, the full stop loss hit. Dude, I should have closed the trade at 30 pips fully. I closed half of the trade at 30 pips. Like half of the position to ease off some risk. I should have closed fully the entire trade, because it literally, as soon as the 5:30 news hit, instantly. Oh, look at this beautiful bird. As soon as the news at 5:30 hit, instant stop loss, instant, and then they just started melting the whole day. And then I got into GU shorts. The buy was correct, but for some reason I got out of break even. I started getting emotional. I was like, you know what? It's Friday. Market's about to close. I'm just gonna get out of break even and call it a day. But then I saw that GU was actually about to, like, oh shit, the move's about to happen for real. So I got in with half of the risk, and then price gave me 10 pips, and I secured and let the rest run at risk free. And then I went off obviously continued at work, went off working. All of this happened at work. The only trade I took at home was the USD JPY longs. The GU shorts, I took them at work. So I was at work chilling and whatever, doing my job, and I came back to the chart and I saw GU, right? I saw GU was up 15 pips for like 14 pips, and I secured at 14 pips. I just secured the full trade, closed entirely. I was like, you know what, it's Friday, I'm securing fully. The biggest mistake right there is I already had it secured. There was no reason for me to secure again. It's obviously Friday. I have to close at 1:45 before the market closes at 2. But I could have still secured way more profit. The GU still melted for like fucking 30, 40 pips. I literally missed out on a good chunk of profit, because I literally my buy was right. Everything was right. I just got out early. And when I had already secured, there was no need for me to get out. I had already secured. I needed to hold to 145, obviously, because on my funded account, you know how top tier has certain settings. I was gonna record a truck, but that's right in front of a house, and I'm not gonna record the house because there was a guy right there. It would have looked funny, like me just pointing the camera at him, right? You're gonna be like, what the fuck is this random dude ass pointing cameras at my house for? Who knows? He would have gotten in his truck and followed me. Look right there, fucking redneck ass people. Like, people live over here in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. But back to my point, we're gonna go over the trades. GU, I should have never gotten out. I had already taken the half of the trade at 10 pips, which was around like 100 and something bucks, because I did lose on the USD JPY longs. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a little off the table so the USD JPY loss doesn't feel that bad. And I say, and when I closed the GU, the full trade on GU, I also closed on USD CAD. And at USD, when you have so much to say, man, is when GBP USD was starting to sell, USD CAD fucking flew. Both of the trades I was in, I needed to stay in for just a little bit longer, right? Till 145. and I would have literally caught an extra 40 pips on, like an extra 30 to 40 pips on GU, and about like an extra 20 pips on USD CAD. We're gonna go over that today. But literally, if you're already risk-free, if you secured already half of the position, why do you close fully? I'm talking to myself here, right? But if somebody else is going through these problems as well trading, obviously it's the same thing. We're all going through the same shit. Let the fucking trade run to your TP. Let the fucking trade run. Why are you closing early? Why am I letting the trade hit stop loss, but I'm not letting the fucking trade hit TP? Take profit, for those people who don't fucking understand trading analogies. TP is take profit. SL is stop loss. Well, I didn't say SL, I said stop loss. But TP, when you say TP, it means take profit. All I do is we'll need it to wait to the end of today, which is right now. It says, oh shit, this was already 2:27, so market was already closed. But earlier it was video cut off again, but probably gonna be the last one already. I needed it to close, so I needed to close fully at 145, at least on the funded account, right? I have not deposited yet on my funded account. I will load up I think I have a $40 account that I have to do a challenge, and I have a $10 account challenge that I have to retry, and I will accomplish it. I promise you, both of them. The $40 account is because of a check that I had gotten, like a medical check back in the day, which is still there. I have it there. When I'll show it later on. That's gonna be one challenge, and the other challenge is gonna be the $10 challenge, which I'll probably start next week. And we'll obviously continue to pass this damn funded challenge accounts, right? Get my payout, multiple 50K, 100K, I don't think if they have a 300K or 250K, I don't know which one they do, right? But for sure, all three of them, and I'm gonna get a payout from all of them, and I'm gonna put that payout in my own personal account, and I'm gonna run that shit up. I promise you. And the first 50K that I make, I'm gonna give them straight to my mom. I'm speaking these words right now into the air, into the universe, right? But I have to put the work behind. I have to stay consistent. I had to continue to, even days like today where it wasn't a green day, right? It wasn't a profitable day. We still have to learn. We're still gonna go over the charts. We're still gonna go over the trades that I took. USD CAD longs, UJ longs, GU shorts, and with the break even, and then the GU shorts again, the 14 pip win, right? I lost so much today compared to what I won, but you have to extract the lesson, right? So today, that's what we're gonna do. Obviously, I already kind of know I needed to close fully on the UJ trade, and I needed to let GU run. That's it. If I would have just known those two things, I would have saved money on UJ, and I would have made money on GU, and I would actually had a green day if I would have just done that. Literally. Instead, on UJ, I secured half and let the rest run for my full fucking stop loss. And in fucking GU, I secured at 10 pips and closed fully at 14. What the fuck am I doing, dude? I'm supposed to be doing this shit in reverse. But we're gonna go over that later. And today, yesterday I hit legs, so today we're gonna hit backs, abs. I've only been hitting 2 muscle groups today, but you know what? I'm gonna hit triceps too. Back, abs, and triceps. So, peace and love to anybody watching this. I command you health and wealth, not just for you, but for your entire family. I command it. Now let's go get in shape, right? So this is not the end of the video, but straight to the workout. Yo, I was watching the little recap on the drive talk, and look at this. Oh shit, what the fuck, fucking train. You hear that? Fucking train. That actually kind of scared me. It didn't scare me, never mind. It fucking frightened me. It didn't frighten me, it fucking startled me. What the fuck am I saying? I'm not frightened. Obviously, being on top of fucking train tracks, when a fucking train is about to be there and starts beeping, what the fuck is a fucking train noise? But this little extra video, I added it to the video because look at this. The fucking sun is out, clear as day. Who the fuck wants to work out at night, straight in the day, 95 degrees? I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. Things like, bro, who the fuck wants to work on it outside in the middle of fucking September? What is it? No, we're in September. About to be October. No. Yeah, we're in September. What the fuck am I saying? It's 9/27. You see, even it's fucking hot as fuck and we're about to hit a workout. That's it. No fucking nothing else. Peace and love.
okay? That's a bullshit line to sell fucking shit, to talk about we're all born with greatness, okay? That's the raw stuff about giving people hugs and high fives and all that other stuff. That's a fucking high, okay? I tell people, what you gotta do to get to paradise? You gotta fight like fucking hell to get to fucking paradise. People don't know how to fight anymore. They don't know how to fight. Paradise starts in hell, and people quit because they don't know what to deal with, what's going on down there. When everybody's tugging at you, when they give you a pat on the back, in hell they don't give you a pat on the back. They're trying to throw you off this fucking window. They're trying to clip. So the ones that can fight, the ones that come back, those are the ones that succeed. Those are the icons. Many legends out there, very few icons.
Powerful. That's powerful. So this next one is one of my favorites. It says, you trust very few people, and those you trust better never let you down.
Yeah. Everyone talks about their inner circle, okay? The greatest inner circle individuals are so small, okay? What the greatest do, you know what becomes their best friend? Distance. Distance becomes their best friend. Distance from their competition, okay? Distance from others, okay? Distance from their family, okay? Distance from their friends, okay? You have all these individuals that hang out together, okay? We idolize individuals, okay? Everyone tries to fit in a group, okay? You're growing up, I want to be part of this fraternity. I want to hang out with these people. I want to hang out over here. Who do you idolize the most? The ones that stand alone. The ones that create distance between you and the competition and everybody else, okay? You have all your friends. They may have all started out together. And what happens is when they know they can't keep up, you create distance, okay? You want them to come with you, but they don't have the ability to. They don't have the discipline. They don't have the sacrifice. So distance has to become your best friend in order for you to achieve the best at what you want to do. I know these are completely different thoughts than what other people tell you. Surround yourself with positive people. You know what that means? That means lie to my fucking face so I can feel good about myself. That's what that means. Okay, you need to surround yourself with people that tell you the fucking truth. When you're fucking up, they tell you you're fucking up. You made a bad decision. Now, when you say you made a bad decision, now you got to go fix it.
So now somebody says that to you. If this guy walks away and he's sensitive, then what do you do?
You know what? I wait to see if. Well, first of all, those are the individuals I won't even work with.
There you go.
Okay.
So that's a filtering process for you.
It's a filter.
So the guy can't handle you pushing him and giving you pressure. This is a filter for you.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? And that's why in the category we talk about 3 different categories. You talk about your coolers,
right.
You talk about your closers, and you talk about your cleaners. Now, this is where you got to be very careful of. You need all 3 in your company, whatever it may be. So now when you try, but you see a different potential in them, and you're trying to say, hey, you know what, man, if this person would work just a little harder, they can make so much more money. And you're thinking in your mind, I want to help this individual, I want to push them, this is what, but that's not what they want to do. That's not where their cleaner status
Many people
is.
struggle with that, by the way. You can say you're hoping the person you like the most wants it as bad as you.
Right.
It's rarely the case.
And exactly, and that's why, we go back to what I said about your obligation. Okay, people have different obligations themselves. Okay, we talk about can you be a cleaner in multiple things? No, you can be a cleaner in one thing. Now you can surround yourself.
When he went to baseball.
Okay, I didn't tell him he couldn't do it. Okay, we're gonna do whatever we can to make you as successful as possible. Now, there was a baseball strike that happened during that year. They wanted him to cross the line. This is nothing new. This is public information. He wouldn't cross the picket line. Right? Now, was he as successful as we wanted him to be? No, but to take an individual who wanted to try something and knew the scrutiny that was going to follow it, and the individuals just to have the mental aptitude to push himself and continue the same work ethic that he took in basketball, he took in baseball. Now, you know what they say, the hardest thing in professional sports is to hit a baseball. I kind of disagree with that. To me, the most toughest thing in sports is to be an NFL quarterback. Because a lot of baseball players are now hitting above 275, hitting 300s. How many prize NFL quarterbacks can you name? Not that many. That's a personal opinion. Okay, that's just mine. But when you look at it from, he hit the 200s. I can't remember his average. All right, but the pursuit to try to get better every single day, regardless of what everybody else was saying, to go from staying in 5-star hotels when you're with the Chicago Bulls to staying at hotels where you can literally just walk up on the door and having a roommate instead of flying everywhere. Okay, having to take a Greyhound, having to take a Trailways bus. Okay, and not asking for special treatment. I'm one of the guys.
I love that. I absolutely remember that, and I love that. Okay, that's amazing, especially the part where you talk about distance. Fascinating. Here's the next one. You don't recognize failure. You know there's more than one way to get what you want.
We're all going to fail at something. Everyone's failing at something. Okay? But it's only a failure if you decide to be a failure. Okay? There's just not one way of getting things done. Okay? When you have an individual and they make phone calls to start your product, okay? No is just the start of a different conversation. Not to get no when you're saying no. I can't even say well. Okay? So failure is what you think and what you set up in your head. It's the individuals that can bounce back for that. Okay, people are going to say no. Okay? They're going to say yes. Okay? Are you willing to understand why it's that no? Okay? So it doesn't happen again to the next person. It might not be the right time. Okay? Just because you don't win the championship one year. Okay,
I failed.
You're going to say I'm a failure. Okay? Yeah, you know what? You might have not reached the ultimate goal, but next year you retool. You figure out a different way. What do I have to do? One thing that MJ did every single year, and Kobe did this also. Is I have to add something new to my game every single year. Okay, and this is what separates the greats of the greats from everybody else. This is, like I said, I'm gonna give you something new that I've given you some nuggets already. I'm gonna give you some more. They have talent. Okay, the greats, everyone's got talent. If you run 7 yards and the receiver breaks right, or going in the wrong direction. Right? So with the talent has to become the intelligence. With the intelligence has to come the competitiveness. Okay? So you got individuals that are extremely talented, intelligent, and they're competitive. Okay? Now you're starting to put the pieces together.
Would you say would you say Kobe and MJ were at a whole different level like that than everybody else?
Whole different level. But now when we talk about failure, this is the key point in this one right here. Resiliency. Resiliency. When things go bad, when all the bullshit starts to come in, okay, when everybody's pulling you in different directions, telling you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not this, you have the resiliency to show them. Okay? You can't win the championship leading the league in scoring. I'm gonna show you. Okay? You only play one side of you only play offense.
Defense, yep.
Defensive player of the year.
That's right.
Okay? All right. You win the dunk contests. Okay? Everything that says I can't do it, they've done. That's resiliency. When you have those four things, and I don't care if it's in sports, it's in business, you have to have those things. Otherwise, failure is going to kick your ass over and over again. Because so many people have one of those four.
Yep.
You got a lot of people that are talented. You got a lot of individuals that are competitive. You got a lot of people who have the intelligence. Okay, but you can have the intelligence in something and not be talented at it. So now you have to find something else. So like when I was talking about, I had the intelligence in sports performance and in basketball, how the body moves. I didn't have the talent to be a professional basketball player.
You were self-aware of it.
Exactly. Okay. So all these things tie in together. That's why when you talk about the 13, everything is labeled number 1 because they all tie in together. They all tie in together.
I like how you explain that. So we got talent, intelligence. Let me see if I got this. Talent, intelligence, competitiveness, resiliency. The 4 combined together.
Yeah,
I love that.
Those are the individuals. Any business individual. Listen, I just met you. Okay. Never talked to you before. Okay. You're obviously extremely successful. Okay. You can't be successful if you don't have all these 4 traits. Okay. I know you're a competitive motherfucker. I can tell by just looking at you on that. Okay. You're extremely talented at what you do. Okay. I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm not getting another hit by kissing your ass on this YouTube link. Okay. If you weren't doing shit right, I'll be the first one to tell you. Okay. You have your intelligence. You have your talent. You can't be in your line of work if you're not fucking competitive. You can't be. Okay. That car we rode in, that'd be a fucking Hyundai. Okay. All right. How many times have you had to adjust in order for your business to fly?
Shit over that.
Okay?
Yeah.
You might have to adjust after this interview's over.
Yeah.
Those 4 things are in every single individual that has been successful, wants to be successful. If you're missing one of those pieces, you need to find it because you'll never get to where you want to be without it.
Powerful. Next one. You don't celebrate your...
Or is it Batman? Everyone says Batman and Superman is your alter ego. No, it's not. That's who they really are. Okay? When they take the mask off, they become somebody else.
Wow.
Okay. When they take the mask off, they become somebody else. Okay. That's who they really are. Batman is who he really is. Superman is who he really is. You get individuals that are so intense at work. Okay. What happens when they come home? You cannot be that intense at home. So what do? Okay. You need a little time to unwind. Okay. You gotta sit down. You become your alter ego when you go home. You are who you are when you're at work. There's things that you do here in your office from a business standpoint you would never do in the house.
Sure.
You would never do in the house. Right.
I wouldn't want my kids to see it.
Exactly. Okay. You wouldn't want your kids to see it. Right. But are you really that person, or are you the person you're at work? You're the person that you're at work.
I love the way you just described this. That was fantastic.
Okay. You're that person you are.
Yeah.
You're at work. People always call me and say, listen, Rover is the biggest asshole you will ever meet. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that because I'm at a level, place where you can't think the way I'm thinking. You don't see the things the way I'm seeing it. Okay. Now, if you call me a asshole, I'm offended. But anybody can be an A at something, but there's only one the asshole. I'm the asshole. Big difference. You don't have to situations. Right? You deal with the situation, it never becomes a problem. Right? If you don't deal with the situation, then it becomes a problem. So deal with it while it's a situation. When it gets to be a problem, now you're going to have issues.
When everyone is hitting the in case of an emergency button, they are looking for you.
You have individuals that, when shit hits the fan, everybody panics. Okay, this is a great example about this one. Okay, I'm a beast. Okay, how many times you hear that? Man, I'm a beast. I'm a beast. You know what? You're only a beast until it's time to do beastly things. Then you find out who the fucking beast really is. Okay. When there's a case of an emergency, that's the individual. Those are your Navy SEALs. Those are your individuals that are going to get everybody out into a situation. They're not going to panic. They're going to see what's going on. They're going to figure it out. They're going to see that situation. They're going to make sure the best outcome possible is going to happen with a minimal amount of damage. And there's very few people that can do that. Tom Brady after the halftime game, but when he completed that pass and they scored the field goal, like when he went into the locker room, you know what he told his teammates? We don't win this fucking game. We don't win this game. In case of an emergency, they're all of it. Once he told his teammates that, they're like, oh, yeah, my man's got us. What do they do? They came back and won the game. Right? But it takes a special individual. This is, like I said, when you talk about the 13, they got to all be tied in together. They got to all be tied in together.
One is more important than the other.
One is not more important. And here's the key about, you talk about the emergency button. The emergency buttons are the individuals, okay? They don't count the days. They make the days count. You get all the end of the man. 8 more days of vacation.
So can I cover some of these 13 of how cleaners think?
Sure.
So we can kind of address this. So here's what you got. Cleaners, you keep pushing yourself harder when everybody else has had enough. 1. You get into the zone, you shut out everything else, you control the uncontrollable.
It's all about clarity.
Clear.
All about clarity. Okay, the zone is about clarity. That's all it is. It's about the individuals that can block everything out, that can not only see. Okay, so you know what? You hear this about, how many times have you watched sports and they say, the person's thinking too much. Stop thinking.
Yep.
Stop thinking. Just go out and play. Well, what happens when you tell an individual to stop thinking? What's the first thing they do? They start thinking. Exactly. Do you know how many hours and years of preparation go into not being able to not to think about something? Right? It takes years and years and years of doing the same fucking thing over and over and over again. Why
learn how not to think.
Not to think.
Wow.
To be able to take a reaction and turn it into a reflex. That's what the greatest can do. Most people react to things. Okay, the greatest, it's an instinct. It's impulsive. It's innate. It becomes a reflex. You know, we talk about this. Listen, trust your instincts. That's what closers do. You know what cleaners do? Their instincts trust them. I got this. I'll give you a great example about that, and we'll pick up the other thing. All right, Doug Collins, coach of the Bulls. He's drawing up this play. Okay, last second play, he's drawing. It's a Cleveland play, the one he beat Elo, right? So he's drawing up this play, all this other stuff. He's already raised it. Michael turns around and said, "Hey, give me the ball, get the fuck out of the way." In the time. Yeah, after the time, before I'm done, give me the ball, get the fuck out of the way. Okay, that's the don't think. Okay, that's the point where, hey, listen, my instincts trust me. You give me the ball, just get the hell out of the way. I'm winning this game. I'm winning this game. But that game-winning shot wasn't made there. It was made many years before. In the dark gym, by himself, somebody rebounding the ball, whether it was me or somebody else, shooting that same shot over and over and over and over again. You know, if I get to this spot, I don't care if there's 10 hands in front of me. If I get to this spot, the shot's going in because I've done it over and over again.
And we see it over and over again on courses now, everywhere.
That's clarity.
Yeah, clarity. Obviously, he had it at the highest level. Okay, so the third one, we got, you know exactly who you are.
You know exactly who you are. Okay, the key that one, your obligation to yourself, okay, has to be greater than anybody else's obligation to you.
What does that mean?
Okay, you get so many people that want shit for you more than you want it for yourself. Okay, your obligation to yourself to be the best, to achieve the highest level, has to be greater. The pressure you put on yourself has to exceed anybody else's pressure that puts on you outside. That's why Tom Brady's able to come from, was it 28 to whatever it is, 28 to whatever it was. Okay, because the pressure he put on himself is way greater than what anybody else would be able to do. That's why when he doesn't have his top receivers, okay, you talk about clarity and being able to put pressure on yourself, and his obligation is greater than himself than it is what anybody else would put on him. Okay, why he can take average receivers and make them superstars? Because he elevates their game. He makes the game simple for them. You know what he says? This is what I want you to do. Okay, you're gonna run 10 yards. You're gonna break left. Okay, I'm gonna throw you the ball. It's gonna hit you in these 2 fingers right here. All you gotta do is catch the ball. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to do anything else. Okay, when you turn and you put your hands up, the ball's gonna hit you right in. You catch the ball.
Yo, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Quick little update. I'm watching some showbiz and the current fight. I think it's this guy's name is Saez and Sosa. I think it's a Puerto Rican fighter. Let me lower the volume real quick. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna knock this out pretty quick. But we're gonna review the trades that I mentioned earlier. I'm trying to be quiet because it's late and, well, I mean, it's 8:53, right? It's about to be 9, but everybody's pretty much asleep in my household, my family. But the first trade of the week, not the first trade of the week, but the first actually profitable trade of the week, or big profitable trade of the week, was USD CAD. So now we look into my C Trader account. 25 was USD CAD right here. buy. Secured 42 pips and rest free. Rest is running rest free. Well, now I gotta update it. It says secured fully at 42 pips. Why? Because I closed today. Look, when price was retracing here, somewhere around here, I closed. And look what price did after. Still managed to give us another chunk to my full target, because I was targeting this full drop, right? Previous strong supply right here give us this full drop. We were targeting to the upside. Maybe here we're gonna get possible sells or possible continuation to 136. 136, we're gonna get another possible trade right here. Either continue above or test, reject, and continue to the downside to possibly 134, 400. Right now that we're creating buyers liquidity. Right now we're taking out sellers. But this is what I get for getting out. And this trade I think I mentioned that I got out exactly when I was in my GU trade, which was this one over here, where I took this position first. I'm gonna go over that, but first I want to go over UJ, because that was the first trade of today, which was the USD JPY buys, which was these right here. 70 pips. I literally lost 70 pips on this. Well, 66 pips, but I always round it to the nearest, like the nearest 100. So it's minus 65 pips. I think it was 66 pips to be exact. So I mean, by 1 pip, I had to take it all the way to 70 pips. But you can see 65.3. But on the trade account, on Trade Locker, it was actually, let me see if I could upload Trade Locker. Sorry. The video cut off, but like I mentioned, I opened up Trade Locker real quick just to show y'all the trades of today. If this shit loads up, this is gotta go to the close positions. So the first trade of today was the UJ buys, which I really lost. And I had mentioned that I had gotten in and I closed half of the position. Obviously here, right here, you can see 75. I popped out 1.50, I believe, and I closed half at 150. I could have closed fully here, but it could have been a full $300 that I lost, and I lost an extra $300 for staying in the trade, which was this one right here. You can read that if you want, pause it. But I mainly got in because price got tested this previous demand and had already broken structure, and price on the 15-minute had tested right here this previous high, this previous low que diga, right? Tested it, but it literally didn't show no buy strength. And I got in right here, exactly right here. Let me get in on the actual. I already went over USD CAD, USD JPY. So here it is, right? I still have everything. On the 15-minute. So I got in as price was coming to this, right? And I was focused on this. This is what I was looking at right here. This low had gotten tested and was being rejected perfectly. You can see this low that broke structure to the upside. Obviously didn't have no bullish engulfing candle right here, which would have been very important. And look what price did. It failed to continue breaking highs. And what did it do? Create lows. And then at 5:30, when New York session opened, boom, my stop loss got hit. And look at this. Boom, 1, 2, 3. A weak support. Why is it weak? Because buyers are not showing any strength. If this was really a support, price should have already been flown here. And instead of me closing the full trade, what did I do? I closed half at 30 pips. And price ended up hitting full stop loss. I needed to close the full trade at 30 pips. And maybe even possibly get in on sales. Capitalized on this, right? But we live and we learn. Now, price is most likely going to continue selling. I'm going to delete all this. I'm going to do my Sunday markup. But now we're going to go over the GU trade. This was literally the perfect trade today. I just got out too early. Look at this. Double top. Price is failing to break highs right here. Melted. And then we go into the 30-minute. I'm out here hopping to GJ. So we go into the 30-minute. You can see, even on the 1 hour, you can see. Made a call off, probably the last one already. Oh, I don't know if you see, I just noticed a trend. could possibly respect here when the market opens on Sunday. But we're still gonna do the weekly chart up for this. But look at this. Price failed to break highs. This is on the 1 hour. Look at this. Double top, failed to break highs, and then created right here this. After the bearish candle, created a lower high. The lower high gave us this full push to the downside of 64 pips. Right. So when price came back up to retest exactly this, the moment of the top, right, which is the top of the supply, price tested it perfectly. So now we hop into the 30 minute, the 15 minute. You can see on the 30 minute, after it tested it perfectly, this was my first entry, which was the risky entry, and price actually did melt, but price continued to retrace back up right here, respect this previous supply, turn it into new demand, and it failed to break highs again. And this is where I had gotten out of this entry, had break even, which was my first trade on GU, which was this one over here. GU shorts break even. So here was the explanation from this trade, and I literally got out of break even to re-enter again, which was this one, the 10 pip trade, which 14 pips you calculated to 10 pips because we didn't get to 15 pips. But look, price tested this previous supply, created new demand, but failed to break highs, confirming the double top, confirming this double top and confirming this double top, respecting the supply, right? And after this bearish engulfing candle, I was like, oh, this shit's gonna sell again. My problem was, after price, I entered again, price melted, gave me 10 pips, and I set a risk free. And then price continued to melt, and then retrace. We were around here, and I came back into the trade when I was at work, and I decided to close fully at 40 pips. Decided to call it a week. I think somewhere here I decided to call it a week, and I ended up missing on this rest of the trade. Look at this, extra 50 pips. The full trade on 50 pips here, and the USD CAD trades, I missed out another 40 pips just for not holding longer than I needed to hold. You live and you learn. Now back to uploading this video and watching some boxing. I almost forgot. Peace and love to anybody watching this. I command you health and wealth for you and your entire family.